So that Mario movie, eh? So before I talk about the Mario movie and the rest of the Nintendo Direct, which I thought was pretty good, I'm walking away from it with at least a handful of games that I'm excited for, and I can't really ask for more than that, usually. But here's my reaction first to the Mario casting, and then I'll talk about it a little bit.
First,
oh my god! What?
He's so cool.
What?
Mario will be talking a lot in the movie. Please
Can he do a Mario accent? What the hell?
Mario's little brother.
Oh, Charlie Day is Luigi. That's great. That's awesome. Oh my god.
And only Jack
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
The comedian Michael Key will be playing Toad.
Oh shit.
Even though this is a Mario movie,
what?
Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played
Holy
by
shit,
Sept.
this cast, man.
I'm eager for you to see a humorous Donkey Kong by Sept.
Bro.
The film
Kamek, Cranky Kong, Spike. Yeah, I heard the rumors about Spike.
That's crazy. About the Mario movie.
Pretty much all of the cast I love. I think everyone is going to do a good job in this movie. It's obviously a AAA cast list. The biggest one I was unsure of was Chris Pratt as Mario. I was just very skeptical that he could do the voice appropriately. I just keep thinking to myself, is it just going to be Mario, but it's going to sound like Chris Pratt the whole time? And I don't think that's going to be the case because he has said he is working on the voice. And since this is the next day, I'm seeing a lot of stuff going around about Chris Pratt and how a lot of people don't want him. And while he wasn't my first choice, all I'll say is he's an actor. He has done quite a few things that I've enjoyed. And I hope he can rise to the occasion. I think that's what everyone wants. Everyone wins if he's able to do a great job. Because I think there's stuff going around about him, that people wanting to have essentially a Sonic movie situation where they essentially recast Mario, like they kind of redid Sonic or whatever. That's two totally different things. Unless Chris Pratt willingly steps down, it's not going to happen. So I just hope he can rise to the occasion and do a good job. And hopefully he takes all this negative energy coming his way and he just uses that as fuel to give a friggin' amazing performance. I hope he just takes all that energy and uses it productively and proves everybody wrong. So that's pretty much what I have to say about Chris Pratt. And then everyone else, so we got, well, I'm trying to think here. So we got Jack Black as Bowser, friggin' hilarious. I think that'll be cool. We got Key as Toad. I liked what Key did in Toy Story 4 with his voice work, so I think that could really work too. And then who else do we got? Oh, Charlie Day as Luigi, friggin' perfect. I think Charlie Day's voice is hilarious. I can't wait to see what he does with Luigi. And then the biggest piece of casting that kind of flew under the radar, I think, for a lot of people is Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. That I think will be amazing. The guy from Euro Trip, this Scoozy guy on the train, I think he's an absolutely hilarious actor. Oh, and how could I be forgetting Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong? Just this cast is absolutely stacked. They got the star power for it now. That can't even be denied at this point, and I can't wait to see it. And since this is the first post Nintendo Direct video I've done, I've usually just done reactions to a few key things I've liked. There's so many games to cover. I'm not going to cover all of them. I'm just going to cover what, in my opinion, is the biggest, most important stuff probably, and the stuff that I care about. So after we got past the obligatory Monster Hunter Rise expansion, that series is Capcom's baby. It makes them all the money. As soon as we got past that and Mario Party and the Voice of Cards RPG, we got to one of the biggest things of the show. And that was, in my opinion, the new Kirby game. The new Kirby game looks frickin' sick. I never thought Kirby would be anything but side-scrolling platforming games, with him being able to change and use different abilities. I never thought we'd go past that, but I'm so glad we are. Kirby deserves it. They keep making games for him. He has a ton of fans. And I think he's going to work really well in an open environment because there's just so many different things he'll be able to do in it with all of his different abilities. There'll be able to be different puzzle solving mechanics you could have depending on what abilities you have. And then obviously with certain boss fights, maybe certain abilities will work better than others and versus different enemy types. And there's just so much potential for Kirby in this type of game. And it was, aside from my baby Project Triangle Strategy, this was the second best game of the show for me. This has me really excited. And as I said in my reaction video, I haven't been this excited for a Kirby game to come out ever. I think this is going to be a really special experience. And if Nintendo nails it and they do a good job, I think we'll be seeing a ton more Kirby games like this. And the good thing about Nintendo is, while they are going to experiment, and they do experiment, they will always do the retro throwbacks. Because look at Metroid. They do the first-person 3D perspective, and then they still do the side-scrolling games as well. And Kirby very much could be the same thing. You have the open world, open environment games, but you still do the side-scrollers that people know and love. So there's definitely room for both. And then Animal Crossing fans who have been absolutely starved for content, they get a bit of an expansion coming up here, and there's going to be a bit of a direct talking a little bit more about what's coming for that game. Never played it, but it sold an absolute ton of copies, and it makes sense for Nintendo to keep on supporting it. And then obviously we got Knights of the Old Republic for Switch, and obviously that game's super hot again because we just got the remake announced during the PlayStation Showcase. So it's cool. Once again, it's a game I've never played, but I'm really excited to play the remake. And then my game of the show came not too long after this, Project Triangle Strategy. This RPG looks amazing. The sprite work looks very incredible. The environments, I really enjoyed the demo. I like the combat, the small taste that we did get. And even though they have a bunch of tweaks and improvements to the game, I was very impressed with the demo. I felt they pretty much could have almost shipped it as it was without any changes, and it still would have done very well. So I think it's just going to be even better going forward. And I wonder even what changes there are that we haven't even seen yet. Just need goddamn character portraits in the dialogue box. That's my biggest one. But otherwise, game looks absolutely solid. Can't wait to see more of it for the Tokyo Game Show. And then of course we got more for Metroid Dread, and I didn't even want to look at the trailer. I didn't even need to see more. That game looks absolutely incredible. I'm going to have an absolute blast playing it. It was just such a missed opportunity for Nintendo because with this game coming out and so many other 2D Metroids that are largely inaccessible to a lot of people, unless you emulate, and a lot of people aren't going to emulate, they should have done a collection of some kind. Just like they announced the Castlevania collection. I know that's for Capcom, but that's such a good collection. Those are games I've never played, and it's such a good opportunity for me to play them. Thought that was a great announcement. But yeah, there totally should have been a 2D Metroid collection of some kind. And the other thing that was rumored and is being released is Nintendo 64 games for the Switch along with Genesis games. And I mean, it's been long overdue. That's such an easy win for Nintendo to put their old games up on their online service, and it's taken freaking years. So it's going to be like another 3 years if we get GameCube games, if we ever do. So I don't know. I'm always so surprised when Nintendo really drags their feet with that. It just really amazes me that they do that. Oh, and the controller for the Nintendo 64 is like $50 American. It's like $200 Canadian, not actually, but it's pretty damn expensive. And then there was, this one blew me away, an ActRaiser announcement, a remake that dropped the very same day. And I was super excited when I saw it. Oh my God, ActRaiser?
The classic Super NES game ActRaiser returns on Nintendo Switch.
Are you friggin' kidding me?
As the Lord of Light.
And then as I saw more of it, I lost all my excitement completely because honestly, I don't think the game looks great. I'm not a huge fan of the art style they're going for. I went back and looked at the old game again, and I think the old game looks better. And I know that's probably nostalgia talking. I know. But I'm honestly just not a huge fan. So I might try it, but it's definitely going to be one of those titles where I'm going to have to get over the art style. And I've done that for games before. I've gotten over how a game looked and ended up really enjoying it. But this is just one of those titles where at first glance, it's just not doing it for me. And then last but not least, we obviously got Bayonetta. The game exists. It's playable. We have gameplay, and we actually have a release date. Bayonetta 1 and 2, really liked those games, and I'm really looking forward to Bayonetta 3, especially since it's just been so long since the damn announcement. So all in all, I think it was quite successful. It was jam-packed with games. I think there was at least a couple of things in here for everyone to enjoy. It was a little light on RPGs for me, but you always can't get that, because there was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 rumored. It's been a while since we've had a new Fire Emblem game as well, whether it's a new game or a remake. I would really love to see new Fire Emblem eventually. So yeah, RPGs, it was a little light, and I was really wondering if we would get something more for Zelda's anniversary, such as Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD, but we just did get Skyward Sword, so maybe they're holding back on that a little bit. Who knows? But all in all, pretty good. Definitely some games I like, and once again, that's all I could really ask for. So that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching this video. My thoughts and impressions about the Nintendo Direct, I think it was pretty good. And as always, thanks for watching. See you later.